you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Blue Devils will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Florida State's offense will get the first swing of the game. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So,
looking deep. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
what a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got an open man. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. New set of downs after the completion.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Fullback's got it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
These are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Blue Devils kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Firing to the right, complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. He splits the upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Coming out with it, it's Savage. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Complete to the right. Just keeps moving. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Florida State. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
They'll run play action. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Complete to the right. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He's looking to throw. Touchdown, no! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
A third down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Here's a heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. A strike downfield. There he goes. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead.
24-3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll try the run. Can't get him to the ground. Just dismissing tackles. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Blue Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go to the fullback. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. The defensive front had that one smelled out from the beginning, and the fullback went fully backward.
Nowhere to go. That's a quick-hitting play, too. You get the ball to the fullback, you're trying to get him downhill to hit somebody fast. Nowhere to go.
Using the quick game. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give out of the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
The Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Finds his tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right.
Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the end.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the two-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip.
Florida State, 32-3.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put it.
Breaks into the open. That one blocked beautifully as he gets across the 20 to the 21 before he goes out of bounds. And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Bring in the heat. He'll try to do it himself. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Blue Devils headed quickly to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Tagged out of the air. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Absolutely perfect.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football there.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Quickly to the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And his slips just inside that right upright.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? He makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 35. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive. For this offense.
Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Blue Devils will punt it away on fourth down. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes the grab at the 10. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Bunch formation for these receivers. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab right down the middle. Racing down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, no! And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
They're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
On the ground, it's Meyer. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the returner will be dragged down. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The Seminoles line it up with a 1st and goal.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got it.
Touchdown! take it in for 6 more points. If these guys wanted to make a statement, the statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop it. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll start this drive going to the air. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback keeps it. Oh, he's got some space. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
I'll tell you what, dude. In today's football, I'm not starting a team without a guy that can do that at the quarterback spot. You see it. He hits the gas, pulls it down quickly, and just goes. Whether he's reading something, whether he's throwing, he is always a threat to run the football. He completely changes the way you play defense.
And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. The Blue Devils will call on their punt team. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The big play, special teams coming through. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To throw, it's Acker. Quickly out to the tight end. And he got enough for the... But somebody put the hit stick upside his head. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working that left side. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds his target down the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The Blue Devils come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And here comes the punt team. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the punt team able to smack it to the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. There he goes. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. 1st down here for the offense. To the ground, he's got it again. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Noles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Seminoles back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. The Noles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's going for the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on 1st down. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Makes the grab. It's Prince. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to pass. It's Acker. Pressure coming. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this. This is what an elite team